Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here. We're off for more updates. This is probably like the first update video I'm doing this year since I started my job, and I've had a little bit of problems with when it comes to rendering HD videos, which is why it takes forever to upload them. And of course, because of my job, it hasn't been that smooth in uploading. But it's I've been trying to get them out whenever I want to, and I still enjoy it. I mean, I still have time to do it. It's just because a good chunk of the week is eaten up by my job. That's kind of a thing, so I hope you understand that. But yeah, this update video is just pretty much to overview on just letting you know the statuses of certain Let's Plays that we have at this point. As at the point that I'm recording this, I just made South Park Stick of Truth Part 12 public, but I'm going to assume that people have seen it, so I could actually talk about this, because that's something about this. And this part is actually going to be quite short, because near the end I'm going to be tacking on a bit when it comes to my HD render settings in Sony Vegas, because I'll get to that when I get to that. So first off, I want to give some updates on mostly on my Pokemon Nuzlocke. Now, when it comes to my Nuzlocke, as you know, it takes a lot of editing to put together, and that's fine, because I put myself into my position myself, and I've also taken it a step further, being a little bit different than what other people do with their layouts. And on YouTube, if you're watching it on like the desktop, with annotations, you can highlight the Pokemon on the border and see relevant Nuzlocke related information, which if I do another Nuzlocke I probably won't do that. I'll probably keep it more simple, because it does take a while to put together. So yeah, so it's very heavily edited, but it doesn't take long to render, only about 5 hours rendering in the usual settings I use for standard videos, as well as only 2.5 hours uploading time, because it's still recorded from the computer, so it's Hypercam 2. But when it comes to that season, when it comes to that challenge, I'm probably going to use the speed up button. Let's be honest, it's not as lightning fast, because I don't like it going lightning fast, because sometimes I don't like to breeze through, and I'm not used to using a speed up button in the first place. Unlike the King Nappy and the Shady Penguin, who, if you've watched theirs, you can see that they use the speed up button all the time, and they don't really give a crap, and they're used to it. And not only that, it's like lightning fast. Battles go in seconds, and that's how that's how they get so much content up. At least with my speed up button, it doesn't speed up the game so much that it's gone in a blink of an eye. You still see a good majority of the battle at a decent pace for you to see it. It's only so I can get a bit more done, because last episode that we've had, episode 10, that was pretty much a whole episode just to clear out Route 11, and that's what, 3 to 5 screens on the map. If every square on the map, when you look at the map, it's, yeah, 5 screens. Let's say that. So it's like 3 to 5 screens of just for one episode. It was all battle. It was just clearing out that route, and yeah. So I'm going to be using the speed up button. So if some people are unhappy with that, just realise that it's not sped up to like 20 plus. It's only like 2 or 3 times the speed as it usually is. And really, I'm not going to be speeding up when I'm moving around on the overworld map. It's only during battles, so, or when I'm healing. So that's just that, really. So yeah, the Nuzlocke's still going on. There's no problems with that. South Park Stick of Truth, however, because I didn't want to spoil myself too much. I just wanted to watch the game in case if I never decide to play it, because I don't play the PS3 much. I mean, I got the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 things, as well as Ninja Ultimate Ninja Storm, Naruto. But when it comes to South Park, I decided, you know what, I'll play it. I mean, I thought it's because the game was so fun when I watched the Let's Play of it, I decided to play it. But the problem is, I watched the Let's Play of the PC version. That was Lucagen's LP. I say that in part 12, and of course the PC version, after doing my research, doesn't have the censored version. It doesn't have those censored screens, and you'll be able to find out what scenes are censored, if I can talk today, by the name of the disc on the home menu. basically on my screen it says South Park Stick of Truth, and then in brackets EU discs. That means it's the Europe version of the game, and therefore you can't you can't see those little bits from the alien and the abortion clinic. I'll be getting into more detail on that at the beginning of the next episode once I record it, because I'm probably going to record it after this video is recorded but not uploaded. It will come out after this is uploaded though, so let's do in order, I guess. But yeah, so that's that, and so that's South Park Stick of Truth. So what happens is that I was going to originally get Zybel from Forge Paradox to see if I could get him to record like a few scenes, but because he would have to literally lose his save file because he only used the auto save file, that's pretty much asking him to play the entire game again just to get me a little bit of footage here and there. That's not fair to him, and I didn't know about the censored screens, so you know what, we're just going to have to beast through. The game is still amazing. It's only these little bits in the alien part that we're at right now, as well as a few scenes in the abortion clinic. I mean, me, as in personal opinion, I didn't like the abortion clinic part in the first place. It was a little bit gross, but South Park is gross. You're going to expect that. But personally, I don't like that little bit, and I also don't really believe in censorship much, so it's like, but the alien bit is like the bits that were actually kind of funny when I first saw them, and that's why I was a little bit peeved off. So for the next couple of episodes when we're in the alien spaceship, if it goes on for a couple of episodes, I hope we can get through there quickly just to get past these censor screens. But yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. So hopefully we can get through there pretty quickly, just so we can get past that and get back to the main game. But anyway, we'll definitely be able to see the funniest part because I've done my research. But anyway, enough of South Park, because like I said, I'm going to be explaining about like HD render settings later on, because I have to do it from Component Cables. Blah, blah, blah. Third little thing, we all know that Sibling-Cario is not uploading recently. She's like stopped for like a month ago on her Mario Kart 8 video highlight reels. That's because she's currently playing the birthday present that I gave her, which was the Ratchet & Clank HD Collection Trilogy, which is basically Ratchet & Clank 1, 2 and 3 on the PS3, and she's been playing that to shit. So that's kind of a reason why. She's already 100% in the second game, and she's just been trying to get through those quickly so that she can continue on her videos. And there's literally no reason why she shouldn't really continue, because she's got a new laptop, and it's like top of the range Windows 8. I think it's got an Intel i5 core, so there's no reason for her to be not doing it. And of course, the easiest videos to edit are Super Mario 64 multiplayer, which is what I'm mostly talking about here, because that's part of my channel as well, and because she's not uploading those videos, it's kind of affecting me. So we've got 3 videos that we recorded about 3 months ago, and she hasn't uploaded it. I don't like to actually say like that, because it's a bit mean, but like I said, at the same point, it's like affecting my channel, and I want those videos to get up. So and the funny thing is that I'm not going to be talking about much more about our channel, but basically with Super Mario 64 multiplayer, it's still going to go on. I actually want to continue playing that game. I've been stopping myself from going back to Chaos Edition because I want to save hype for that, really. But we've got 3 episodes with 3 months out-of-date commentary to upload, and yeah, the videos are done. They're edited. All the cuts have been made. It's been made in a widescreen. It's got the background. All she has to do is put the text on it. But if the worst comes to worst, the style of the text may change, or there may not be much text at all. It'll just be the cuts, just to speed it up a little. And even though they'll still be uploaded on her channel, but featured on my channel in a playlist, the style on how the text, if there is any, may change, because she's now massively behind on her Halloween Let's Play, and which is Ratchet & Clank Quest for Booty, and what's it called? Zelda Skyward Sword. How did I forget that? Derp. Yeah, because she's bogged down on those 2 series as well as wanting to play her own games, I am willing to do editing for the multiplayer, because as she thought of the idea, I suggested the ROM, and then I was helping her edit it. Now I'm just I'll suggest the idea of I'll edit the entire series. You just upload them. So it all goes to you. So that's pretty much the plan there. That's the plan. But if it doesn't work, then we'll just see how it goes. It's still a series that's going to be running in the back, but I want to get to the next collaborative project. That's kind of sad. Me and Kieran started PokeMMO probably about, let's say, a year ago. It's pretty much a year ago, because that's when I announced it, when I got Sony Vegas. We were going to be doing PokeMMO, and it got we had to put it on hiatus until Kieran got his new computer, and then university came up, as well as my work, and it was getting really annoying to try and find time to record after we did our reboot video. And it's pretty much going to be gone on to either, well, it could be considered cancelled, but Kieran doesn't want to call it cancelled in case we want to pick it up sometime down the line, possibly, if we can still remember our login details. But yeah, it's pretty much on permanent hiatus now. So we've got 5 episodes. It was a mess anyway. I mean, the first 4 episodes were like, oh, my first episode was corrupted, both of our second episodes were fine, my 3rd and 4th episodes were fine, his 3rd and 4th footage was corrupted, and that's what led him to get a new computer, which is why we put the series on hiatus to begin with. So there's at least 3 corrupted videos, and therefore you see the same footage on both of our channels. And then when we came back for the reboot, he had 60 frames widescreen 1080p quality when it came to PokeMMO, with no lag whatsoever, when I was still dealing with lag, 15 frames per second, 4x3 with banner, and it actually worked, but he got the major upgrade. But at the same time, even though we had a very good 6th episode, I wasn't too hyped up on caffeine. We both weren't being competitive, we just wanted to get through Mount Moon, and I mentioned that during Pokemon Nuzlocke, and yeah, it just didn't work out. So yeah, he's putting it on. He suggested putting it on permanent hiatus. Don't really want to give any personal reasons why for both of us. So yeah, other than obviously university and work keeps getting in the way. But hey, if he comes around during when he has time off of college or something, maybe we could do something quickly then. And plus, he may not be uploading often anymore because of college, and that's why his uploads have been very sporadic as well. But at least he has a reason. Subalinkaria pretty much has all the free time in the world until she actually finds a job. So yeah, that's kind of sad. PokeMMO's permanent hiatus until further notice, and yeah, that's pretty sad. Other series I have on my channel going on. Just so you know, I'm still trying to, when I do play Mario Kart 8, because until the next update comes along, or the next DLC comes along, I will be making a few special highlight reels when that comes out. But I'm still searching for a Luigi Death Stare video. I just cannot get the camera angles to make it work, and like I said, I will be using the Roxio to make that work. And yeah, that's that as well. So this is kind of a big update video in terms of commentary. But yeah, so yeah, that's that. And when it comes to Mega Chaos Edition, like I said, I'll be doing that whenever, if I just feel like it, or if I have someone around and I just want them to be in a video. Chaos Edition is just the perfect way to have them with me, because that's just on the side, just filler content for my channel, and it's fun, but it's frustrating. It's like, what can you do in the game before it decides to literally reel you in and pull you off a cliff? And obviously it gives me a lot of fun when editing, because I can make all the silly noises and stuff up here, and that's pretty fun. So yeah, and one final thing, PSP may be a possibility. This is my PSP. It's a 1000, and yeah, you can't really connect it to the internet, so I would have had to use, where's the wire? I would have had to use a mini USB to USB wire to plug this in and connect it to the computer. That's how I get my Dissidia mods. But it can't connect to the TV, so I would have to use that USB wire, remote Joy-Light on the computer, and install just 0.6 display or whatever on here for, in order to make the footage appear on the computer. But it doesn't work. I was originally going to make like a test video with Dissidia about it, but I couldn't edit it because it was like the program, Remote Joy-Light, could record it, but it only had like a few frames throughout the entire video. Most of the video was black, so that was a problem. So I tried using Hypercam 2, but because this runs at like 60 frames per second, it just looked too choppy considering on how fast things go on Dissidia. Not only that, but the conversion of the graphics as well, because during the recording of the of Hypercam, it kind of reduces the quality, as well as that I have to run the computer in 16-bit mode, while I normally run it on 32-bit mode for everything else, because Hypercam 2 likes to ×2 the speed of the video for some reason otherwise. So yeah, I couldn't really record anything with the PSP, not to mention, if I wanted to get sound, I would have to use a male-to-male audio cable in the headphone slot of this and a microphone slot on a laptop, using Audacity to record the sound of the game, and then use another computer just to record my commentary with Audacity on that. So it was really complicated trying to go free. So recently, I mean, in the local cash converters, I picked up a PSP 3000, which means that it has settings for TV. My cousin Michael, which is the vocal of Super Lucario, which his name is Michael, you may have heard of him on my Metroid Other M Near the End LP, but yeah, yeah, he had, I gave him a couple of years ago even, a component wire, if I could remember it, sorry about that cut there, I had to remember the name of it, component wire, but he didn't have a TV to use it on, and he never uses the damn thing anyway, so he can give it to me, but I didn't have the console for it. But this was 25 quid in the local cash converters, in the box, with a 1 gig memory card duo thing, which are hard to come by these days, and with the charger and instructions in the box. And the box is a little grubby. In fact, I've got the box right here. It's like a mini what's in the treasure chest right here, isn't it? So that's the box. It came with the charger and everything, and that's that. It's really light, has twice the amount of charge power despite being a lower voltage battery and everything, smaller as well. Very light, and yeah, so PSP may be a thing. I'm thinking of Final Fantasy 20th Anniversary Edition, because that's my favourite rendition of the original Final Fantasy. So that may be a possibility as well. So now that I've blabbed your ears off, it's going to happen a little bit more, but I'm going to just bring up a little bit of a video explaining my HD render settings for Sony Vegas Pro. It cuts the time, well, it doubles the rendering time, but it cuts down the uploading time, which is the main problem. It wanted to take about 900 minutes to upload a HD video. Now it's only 480 minutes, which is the same amount of time it takes for me at this point to upload a standard video. So that is actually pretty cool. I'm talking about widescreen from Dazzle. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So pasting it over to myself on the other video, and I'll see you back in a second. Well, present me. Yeah, I've actually got a bit of a, I've got time upload upgrades as well as rendering time degrades, but it's actually better in the long run. I'll explain that in a minute. And the reason why I'm talking very fast is because I want to keep this very short, and I don't want to be blabbering on, because this is my second time actually attempting to do this, because it ended up being 13 minutes. So yeah, this is episode 12 that you're seeing right here in my template. Basically, I just get rid of the video and put the new one in, and then do the editing that way. That's what I do with all my videos. But yeah, let me go to rendering settings here quickly, because I want to just give you a quick history on what I've been using recently. So let me just get out of there. Now, when it came to HD videos, like with my test video with the Wii U and everything, when I had my mates round, Kazuaki, Konomeza, and Master Aaron, which is actually my bro, yeah, I was actually using XCam EXMP4 of this, but it took about like 5 to 8 hours of rendering time, and it wanted to upload like over 24 hours, and obviously that wasn't good, and that was my test video, so I gave it the benefit of the doubt, and it did look pretty good. So whatever. These two settings here, they actually only take about 2 hours to upload, and no, they take about 2 hours to render, but the uploading takes about 18 to 24 hours. Yeah, and this is the setting I've been using for South Park Stick of Truth, because it keeps the quality, and it costs about 5 gig of memory, which is not a problem because I have an external 1 terabyte hard drive. And when it comes to uploading, yeah, it will take about 16 to 18 hours. Yeah, so I have to literally use a whole day to upload them, so that's not fun. So yeah, that's what I've been using, and I wanted to, I've been doing some research in the past couple of days. I've been still using this, of course, to get the episodes done, because I want to get them done. But it's like, the time is getting a little bit ridiculous, so can I do any upgrades? So I was talking to the Wilfons, and I keep mentioning him, it's a pain, that's not the right one. And he said try AV and AVI, and I wasn't going to try AVI, especially when he couldn't specify what type of AVI, as well as the bad luck I've had with AVI, except for when it comes to Hypercam 2, because I've got MPEG for compression. But when it comes to like, is it called? I can't remember what it is. But yeah, other than that, I've had really bad experience with AVI. It just doesn't compress the frames, and it adds like 100 gig to almost everything. So it's like, no, if it's taking that long, I'm not doing anything with that. So I did some research, and apparently you want to actually use main concept AVC or AAC, even though it has the MP4 tag, just like XD Cam EX down here. It doesn't actually have the header of MP4. For some reason it has the header of AVC, and that's actually pretty good, because I can actually view it after rendering, of course. I can actually view the video before I upload it directly in Windows Media Player, instead of putting it into an empty Sony Vegas file and watching it that way. So yeah, I scrolled down here and there's in HD and 720p. I tried these before, and they wanted to take like they wanted to take 5 hours, and I wasn't happy with that, because like it was, I don't know why I wasn't happy with them, but the quality seemed to be a bit blurry as well. It was like very wavy lined when I was watching the render go by, you know, frame by frame, and it looked very wavy when there was motion, and I didn't like that. So I did some research, and I actually changed some of the settings on. So basically I've got a Roxio GameCap HD Pro Internet custom one here, based off the 1080p of the internet, and same again based off of the internet 720p, which is this one. Yeah, and not only is it, even though it doubles the time of what it was originally for the rendering time, which, like I said, was 2 hours with the XCam EX MP4, whatever, which took about 2.5 hours to render a South Park video. This one was to take 5 hours, but the best thing is, not only does it half the memory consumption from like 5 gig to 2 gig, which is excellent, and it halves the upload time from 18 hours to like 12 hours, which is even better still. Not even 12 hours, I think it's like 8 hours. Yeah, it's 8 hours, because it's like, yeah, 480 minutes or something silly. So, yeah, depending on the video, of course, on 720p. So, that's great as well. And not only that, it also looks better quality. There's no wavy lines because of how I've changed the settings. So, because if you guys want to actually use it, I'll show the custom template now. That's not that changed, but we're looking at these settings. So, of course, 720p, because if you don't have the best computer in the world like I do, because I don't. Bleh. If you do not have the best computer in the world, because I do not have the best computer in the world, these settings actually work really well for me, considering how long it takes. I mean, obviously with a better processor or with a graphics card it'll be faster, but I don't have either of those, so that's a thing. But yeah, keep the frame rate at the max, which in this case is of course 30 frames per second, NTSC, whatever, it works. Basically, keep everything pretty much the same, except for when it comes to down here. Have the bits per second at 24 and 12. Encode mode, of course, if you have a GPU, you might want to use that, because it will definitely be faster if it's a good graphics card, and because the graphics card probably won't be using any power. Audio, you want it at 48,000 and 128,000. So that's that as well. And of course, for the project, this is the main change. This is normally set to use project settings. I've changed it to best, and that's probably why I've got a graphical improvement, because I'm always getting the best. And stereoscopic 3D you don't really need. So that's all I have to really say about that. If you're curious on what I use for Hypercam 2 and Dazzle related videos, I don't actually use those settings. I use where is it? Here we go again already. I use Windows Media Video 11, which is this area, and I use these three depending. 24 frames, 25 frames, or 30 frames. I normally use the 30 frames for the highest quality. Basically, the reason why I'm using a basic 720p Windows Media Video is because that's widescreen. A 481 obviously is just 4:3 really, so I don't want to be using that. I want to be using widescreen because that was the whole point of me upgrading the Sony Vegas initially. So yeah. now you know what I use to edit. Now you know what I use to render Hypercam 2 videos, Dazzle videos. It's Windows Media version video version 11, and what I use for HD videos from the Roxio. I use Main Concept, AVC, a custom-made version of Internet HD 720p or 1080p, and I've shown you the settings already. So with that, back to the update video that this is contained in. So yeah, that's all about it. So check my Facebook, Google, plus Reddit, Twitter, and Miiverse posts, because I do draw all my videos when they come out. I'm also posting a lot of stuff on Majora's Mask 3D. Still haven't been playing Alpha Sapphire that much, but I have made it to at least Mount Chimney now, so I have made a bit more progress, as well as if I valued my team up a little. And yeah, if you want to see what I'm doing, you could just check that out, as well as subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends, because we're at 136 subscribers now from last time I checked, which was like before I made this video really. So that's cool. If we can get up to 200 or even higher, that'd be amazing as well, and it will pretty much say you're supporting, you're liking my stuff, and I can keep on making stuff, and if not, I'm going to keep making it anyway because I enjoy it. So have yourselves a good day, and yeah, sorry for blabbering your ears off. Now you know what's going on the channel. Hope you enjoy my Nuzlocke challenge, as well as more of South Park Stick of Truth. Whenever any of them finishes, I'm not going to take a break. Well, maybe a couple of days break, but not too long. Maybe a week at most. And we'll be going straight on to either Pikmin 2 or Earthbound, depending on which one I want to go for. So, see you guys then.